Hey everybody, this is AlgaeEnsemble, and I'm back again to play The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. So, there's a few things I gotta begin with here. For one, as you can tell, it's been a long time. I'll talk more about that in just a minute. But first, guess who messed up again? This time, it's becoming a running theme for this series, might I add, but this time, it was my fault. I should check to make sure it was recording the screen. But I don't actually know why it didn't capture the screen this time. I don't know, I didn't have anything else full screen, it just wasn't capturing Isaac. So, recorded a 40-minute, honestly like a 50-minute video, where, it was pretty good. Commentary was really good for the first, like, 2/3, but I'll talk more about the last run in just a second. But let's start off with a Judas run. So, I recorded that whole video. I did not want to edit another Isaac video over the top, like the last episode, for a few reasons. Part of it definitely comes down to me being lazy. It was obviously a bit of a hassle on the last episode, but part of it also came down to the fact that I didn't unlock quite as many things this time. I probably got like 3 or 4 achievements. I don't know. I'll go over them at the end of the video, I guess. But I played an Eden run. That it was honestly pretty close. It started out really good. I had like Magic Mush, then I got Skinny Odd Mushroom and just a couple rooms in, but not any other stat upgrades besides that. I know like crazy items, so it wasn't like that good of a run. I barely beat Mom's Heart. Like I had Guppy's Collar and it saved me like probably like 12 times over the course of that run. And I got 2 Shoal because I had Goat Head. But it did not pan out. Troll was no good for me. So I was going down with like 1 HP. But yes. So I'll try to talk about the same stuff I did the last episode. So it's definitely tempting to be kind of brief about it. It's like, oh, I just talked about this. I don't need to go in depth again. But like, this is going to probably be another 40-minute video if the trend that I've been setting so far holds. So I definitely should. But to start with, yes, I am back. It has been, gosh, like 11 days or something since I last uploaded a video. Maybe more, probably more, honestly. And, yeah, that's obviously kind of out of the blue. Not that I have anyone to answer to, since nobody watches these. But, I don't know, just for future's sake, I might as well put in a little apology. There's some excuses I could definitely use. I've been busy, I've been tired, but really it boils down to the fact that I had one day where I was not feeling it, and I'm like, if I don't record today, then I'm not gonna have any videos for the channel. Oh, I hate the garglings. But, and then from there, I was like, whatever, I just can't do this today, whether it's time or energy, I literally don't even remember. And then the next day, I'm like, I don't want to do it today, and then it just spiraled, and I'm like, well, if I didn't do it the last 2 days, there's no real pressure to do it today, and days turned into weeks, and here we are. So, doing my best here though. I'm not gonna be so like uber concerned about uploading 2 videos a day. Not that I only accomplished that probably like 2 or 3 days out of my like 6 videos I have uploaded, but I'm just gonna kind of upload when I have time because my schedule was not very consistent in my work or social life, unfortunately. But ooh, I really like this room. So yeah, I'm back. As for the series, I don't know if you can tell, but I honestly feel much better. We'll have a little stroke there. I feel much better about the Isaac series than the Dishonored one. It's not that I don't think it's necessarily the game. I think it's me. If that makes sense. I don't know. The thing about Dishonored, it feels a lot more like a stream game than a YouTube game because I like to do side quests and stuff. Like I really like to I don't want to feel like I left stuff behind, which means I kind of want to check every side quest. And it's like for a 30-minute video format, I really feel like I don't accomplish much, especially if I die at all. Then it's like, oh my god, I really just wasted everyone's time. Which isn't necessarily fair to me, but sorry, gotta focus here. There might be spiders. But I don't know. And then I get really caught up in the gameplay of that game because it's kind of like active, and then my commentary suffers a lot. and it can't handle much suffering. It's already dying a little bit. It's on the deathbed. That's better. It's a better expression. So, you know, I don't plan on not doing Dishonored. Because I don't really like to give things up. Makes me feel bad. I'm like, oh, just another thing I gave up, you know. So I think I'll try to finish it. If I start to get like too tired of it, I will probably kind of streamline a little bit and just go for the main quest and not like, ooh, Granny Rag side quest, ooh, you know. I'll just like get straight to the point, which honestly is probably less good for everyone because I don't have the enthusiasm, and it's hard to enjoy someone's work if they aren't enthused by it. But you know, I've been to the item room. Let's go to the boss. Well, the last one was pretty good, pretty entertaining. I was playing really well, and then I played awful because I had to take a phone call like right in the middle of the run, so I paused it. OBS has like a pause function, which is pretty nice. And then I came back, and all of a sudden I was suffering. Last episode, if you watched it, I did say I was going to look up the uses of a couple trinkets. Absolutely didn't do that. I totally forgot, and I don't remember what it is. Ooh, I got Basement Boy, no damage. Wow. And I also got the Sprinkler. I don't know why. So Cracker Jacks gives you a random trinket and a red heart. So I hate this. I hate Ringworm. It's a bad trinket. I had to look this up last time, but you can drop things by holding down left control for a few seconds. That will drop your trinket and tarot card / rune / whatever. And I'm going to take both of these. Dark Matter is a small damage upgrade and fear shot. And Guppy's Hairball is like a little orbital sort of thing that grows bigger the more enemy it kills. And it only lasts for the floor. But it also contributes to the Guppy transformation. Yeah, MVP on the run that is in the Abyss now that you'll never watch. From, you know, the one that I recorded a black screen again. Guppy's collar was absolutely the MVP. Ooh, another thing that I realized last video. One of the runs I did with Isaac, I don't know, I've only maybe done, I don't know, one of the runs I did with Isaac, I played on normal mode by accident, so it's not a big deal because I would have had to go through it to play it again anyway to get to Dark Room because it was like a shoal route, but they're on normal difficulty, which is probably why I was getting such good items. If you're wondering, following the same arc of conversation I had last time on this episode, what have I been watching? What have I been up to on the old TV network? I haven't watched a lot of anime. I know, I'm kind of a weeb. ReZero is obviously the #1 show standing out to me right now. Season 2 just started premiering. At the time of this recording, there's only 2 episodes out so far, but they are quite good. Quite good. I love ReZero. I'll be upfront with you. I kind of have trash taste. I watch a lot of shows that maybe aren't most artistic, deep thinking, you know. But not saying that ReZero isn't. Honestly, for its genre, ReZero is, it can be, it's up there on the more less tropey, more takes itself a little more seriously. It's like a really great mix of comedy and tragedy for me, I think. Like, it's why I love it so much. It's definitely, like, in my top 5 favorite anime of all time. The poison got him. Yeah, so ReZero, 2 episodes so far. They're good. They're not, like, amazing or anything, but they're definitely, like, a good quality. I was interested the whole 20 minutes. What else have I been watching? God of High School. That's a little bit of a webtoon and Crunchyroll collaboration. It's a Korean comic, I think is the deal with that. Don't quote me, but I believe that is the case. It's pretty good so far, you know? It definitely, I don't know, the characters feel a little lacking to me. They seem kind of plain and generic, but the plot itself is somewhat interesting. It's not exactly what I was expecting, you know? I was expecting, like, okay, it's going to be like Tournament Arc, the anime. But then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and by the way, this Japanese government man just walked into the Pentagon and threatened him or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is more than just like a little bit of a fighting competition, huh? I don't know. Seems good, though. I really like the character designs. They're unique compared to a lot of shows. Tower of God was another great webtoon show. It had me really well at the start. I think I've talked about this before, but I really enjoyed the start of Tower of God. Then like the middle kind of dipped, but then I finished it up recently. It's a really good ending in my opinion. So I do like Chaos quite a bit, and I am going to take it. I explained this on the Forgotten run. You're going to be getting that a lot, because I also got this in that run, but every single like special room you go into has its own item pool. The item room, the treasure room has its own special pool of items it pulls from. The deal with the devil has its own special pools. The shop has its own special pools. Chaos just basically makes it one universal pool. Any item can come from any pool, any room. Well, it makes deals a lot worse, but it makes everything else possibly better, and then it makes it pretty likely you get Guppy. And since I already have one Guppy item, I think those are pretty good odds. So this run, I shouldn't open my mouth. I was going to say I've been playing a whole lot better than I was last time, but I've gotten much less HP. But shouldn't have said that, because I immediately took damage as my brain comprehended it, my little squirrel brain. No deal, huh? Scatter bombs is not bad. Is there anywhere I get HP? I have no idea. Let's just go down to the next floor. I don't really feel like checking right now. What else is on my little list of thoughts? Yeah, I worked today. It was an alright night. I opened, so I was there pretty early, but it's not bad. We've been training some people, so there were like way more employees than usual, and I only took like one table, which in some ways is nice, in some ways is not. But it meant I gotta leave pretty early, which is always feels good to be going home sooner than you expect. A little morale boost. Finally motivated me to do this, apparently. 2 Isaac episodes in one day? You know, I might have actually had the rare double upload tomorrow. I might have had the Dishonored and the Isaac in one day, but I don't know. If this run goes on too long, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit in another Dishonored before I got to sleep. It's pretty late. Yeah, I got home from work, and I recorded the first Isaac episode. And then I went to one of my pals' house, and I'm back, and it's much, much later now. But, you know. My cat's been doing pretty good, if you're wondering. He just jumped up the back of my chair and clawed my back, which hurt, but I managed to not, like, squeal, so that's always a positive. You know, in some ways, it is good that I didn't record the last episode. I might have considered trying to, you know, do something over it. However, I did say kind of like a personal thing by accident on, like just like a detail that I'm like, I don't really want shared, so I was maybe going to try to edit it out. I would love to buy raw liver. But now I don't have to worry about it, because that footage is gone forever. So, you know, you gotta look at the silver linings. Every storm has its... Is this an actual expression, or was I just coming up with this? I really don't know. You wouldn't appreciate the sun if there weren't clouds or something. I don't know. I'm not so good at metaphors, but I like them a lot. I've been thinking about metaphors a lot recently. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I read kind of a lot. I've read a lot in the past, but now I've kind of been obsessed with audiobooks recently. But I'm going to focus a little bit on this fight just because I don't want to die. So I apologize. The commentary is going to kind of fade a little bit. He hasn't jumped at all, which is nice. I shouldn't have said anything, though, because now he's going to jump. I normally hate Mega Fatty, but we're doing really good damage right now. Absolutely not going to take Mom's bottle of pills. Oh, wait. Oh, I can use the Strength card. Little trick here. Strength card gives you a red heart. Means you can take a deal with the devil for free. Which means we are now 2/3 of the way to Guppy. So... Mom's bag of pills, I don't even know if that's what it's called, but it makes all tarot cards turn into pills, and it lets you hold 2 pills. I don't think it's very good, in my humble opinion. See, if we'd taken that, we wouldn't have been able to get Guppy's tail. This one's going out to myself here. Don't open any golden chests, or you're going to run out of keys in 2 seconds. If you've seen any of my previous episodes, you know that I have a little bit of a problem. When I see a golden... Oh, I apologize for that. If I die this run, I'm going to be pretty sad, because it's good, and I've even been playing well. Hey, alright, might have to take a little break here, because the cat is chewing on my computer cords. It's probably fine. I'll just rub him with my toes a little bit. Dude, you know, I also had scatter bombs last time, so what a coincidence. Run with chaos and scatter bombs twice in a row. Now we just need magic mush. What else is on the agenda? Oh, you know, I guess I didn't jump immediately into the video after I got home. I watched one of my friend's Twitch streams for a little bit. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Sorry. The cat is now chewing on my foot. I may have to take a little bit of a break here. If I die because of this, I'm going to be a little mad as I almost walk in onto a spike. But yeah, I slid up on his Snapchat story because he was streaming, and I'm like, oh, interesting. I didn't know you had a stream. A Twitch? I don't know. I'm not a real Zoomer. I'm actually a boomer. Is that out of date? Is that meme out of date yet? Ooh, that's really good. You know what? I said I shouldn't open the golden chest. Did it without thinking, but it paid out. Let's make this the only time. Yeah, we're not, I don't know, I wouldn't call us necessarily friends. I've known him for a few years, but we've only talked a few times. I don't know. There was some drama associated, not really with either of us, but with a mutual friend. So, I don't know. He's a pretty nice guy, I think. Okay, Cat, I really need you to stop. I'm worried. If I lose another episode because you, like, unplug my power or something, I might cry. Come here. Come here. I'm trying to move him with my foot. Come on. Get out of there, dude. Sorry, this is really good commentary. You like when I just talk to my cat, when I reprimand him? Yes, bite my foot if that's what you need to do to get out from behind my computer. Yeah, but I don't know, he's playing some Rocket League. It was semi-interesting. I don't know, in a way I'm like, this is kind of what I strive to not do in my videos. I understand it's a different atmosphere on Twitch. Absolutely, but even on like a... Oh, well. Whoopsie daisies.
Range down.
He went behind the computer again. Alright, this is a great time. I'll let this play and I'll grab it. So as I was saying, I understand it's like a different atmosphere on Twitch. You know, it's not quite so... Oh, I unlocked Eve. I don't know why, but... It's a different atmosphere on Twitch, but, I don't know. I just don't really like the idea. He didn't really say a single original... Like, I don't want to sit there and shit-talk him. That's mean, you know? But... I'm going to anyway. Like, I don't know. I don't mean this, like, as a fault against him. It's more just, like, my preference, right? When I'm watching someone, I don't want to just sit there and listen to them talk about the video game. Especially if it's like a... It's like an online game where you're doing the same thing every time, like Rocket League, right? I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I should have made this shot. Or, I've got to work on my turnarounds or something. I don't know. I've never played Rocket League. Can you tell? Or like that was on him, like, you know, just stuff like that. And I'm like my favorite part of Twitch is when they're like talking about something other than the game. Ooh, a black market? That's so rare. Like, I don't know, like chat interaction is great. When I understand that's not something you can really just get when you're a small streamer, right? You can't just be like, chat please. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Also, I have half a heart. Why do I do this to myself? I really need to think just for 1 second. But I got some damage out of it, so it was kind of worth it. I am, unfortunately, going to pause here and take my cat out of my room because he is really being a distraction. So one moment. Sorry about that. I've returned. I've returned. Oh, you know what? I had something written on my sticky note that I didn't even talk about last episode. And it would have been great. It's a great anecdote. Story? Or what's the difference? Anecdotes have an emotional lesson? Is that the deal? Anecdotes have a lesson? This doesn't really have a lesson. But I'll get to it after I'm done with the current. Oof. Oh, I died. Oh. We'll do another one. What the heck? I shouldn't, because now if I get an actual run, we're here forever. But, no, regardless of how long this run goes on, I'm not doing another one. I could die right here. Where was I at, though? So, I don't know. I really prefer the kind of, like, unique stream of consciousness. I guess it's different if you're, like, a pro gamer, right? If you're better, or at least in like the upper echelon of ability when it comes to a video game, I get it, right? People are there for there for how you're playing, right? Oh no, I just exited full screen and placed a bomb. Sorry if on the YouTube this comes up now. It's just a little corner of the screen. I really don't like that the full... I should remap that. You know what? Look at this. Troubleshooting right here. Can I change the controls in this game? Oh, probably only on the main screen. Okay, I'll definitely remember to do that. He lied. Where was I? Yeah, like I was saying, if you're a pro gamer, you can afford to not have anything interesting to say. And I'm not saying that I have anything interesting to say. I'm just saying that's what I'm striving for. It's my goal. You know, I want to be interesting. I want to be engaging, not for my wonderful ability to play The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, which even if I did have, which I obviously don't, as the last 15 minutes of this episode points out, I want to be here. I want to entertain you with my words. Not that anything against him, though. Like I said, he's playing like a competitive game, and he's pretty good at it. Like, I don't know exactly how the rankings work, but I think he's in one of the higher tiers. I really should, like, stop talking, because I'm just going to continue to betray my ignorance. But, you know, he's a good guy. That doesn't matter. I'm going to say the number of viewers, but I'm like, that's just not something that needs to be spoken about. It's kind of rude. It was not worth it. But yes, so work tonight. I have a couple stories, actually. Okay. Is this gonna make it? Definitely not. Why did I do it anyway? Hopefully I get another bump. So first of all, my state recently put in a mask mandate, which I approve of, personally. I don't really want to go into it, because, you know, you're supposed to stay away from politics for the most part, unless you're doing a very... politicizing, is that a word? Unless you're running a political show, you know, you either gotta be political or you gotta make content that's about politics, and I'm not smart enough to do that. Maybe not dedicated. I don't know, not dedicated enough. It's not bad. But, you know, I personally believe that there's no harm in masks being worn for 98% of the population. But, we had to wear masks today. I got like 5 calls from people that are like, what's the deal with all this mask business? I'm like, we are a restaurant. You don't need the masks, you know. Like, I wish you would wear them in and out, but if you're not going to, we're not going to kick you out. And they were happy about that one. Obviously didn't use those exact words, or I'd probably be yelled at over the phone. But, yeah, so... There's a couple stories revolving around this the mask thing. First of all, this one's a little mellower, but I had this woman at one of my tables who every time I walked over would pull up her mask. Oh, I've unlocked the Book of Revelations. She would pull up her mask, and I'm like, okay, sure. I'm wearing a mask. Obviously, all the employees are required to, and she's at a table of 4 people, and no one else is wearing a mask. So I don't really understand, like, is her logic here being like, well, I don't want to get sick? Like, okay, but I'm equidistant to all these other people that you're about to breathe around in 1 second after you take down your mask again. Because, you know, she was just holding it up to her face. She wasn't, like, had it around her ears or anything. But, oof, lost my train of thought. Or is her logic that she doesn't want to get in trouble for not wearing a mask while she's not eating? Because, like, this was generally while she was not in the middle of her meal. But by that same logic, there's still 3 other people not wearing the mask. And also, do you really think I care? No one else in the restaurant is wearing a mask right now except for the employees. I don't know. That's the appetizer. The main course here is, oh, our wonderful kitchen staff. They're interesting. That's rude. I like some of them. You know, they can be funny. However, one of them, a older gentleman who partakes in a green herb somewhat often, and generally it's a little bit paranoid, but he's like a conspiracy guy, wrote across his mask in red marker, COVID is bullshit. Which, okay. Like, do I need to say anything else? That's, regardless of your beliefs, like, it's not really okay to do that in the middle of a restaurant. I don't know. That's story number 1. I think he actually changed masks later. I don't know. Like, there was no, like, the cooks have, like, kind of an owner-manager, but he was not in tonight, so no one else would have made him take it off. So I'm not really sure what the deal with that was, but they were all complaining about it to me all night, which I don't really get either, because, like I said, masks have been optional up to this point, and the only people wearing them at work have been me and this one other employee, who, big props to her, because thank you. If it wasn't you, it would just be me, and then I probably wouldn't do it because I'm kind of a coward. But, so I don't know why they thought I would be the one to complain about the masks too. Like, you know, I've been wearing it for the last, like, 2 months, guys. Yeah, once again, big props to my coworker. I actually made, like, a petition to make masks mandatory, and I'm not saying her petition got it, but I am saying that I appreciate the effort. You know, I'm glad about the masks, because it kind of feels like a waste when I wear a mask all night and then none of my fellow employees do, but I guess it's also to protect the customers, so can't hurt, I suppose. I feel like I had some other good work stories, but I cannot recall. Yeah, we got a new waitress working tonight. I was about to say, like, wow, am I really only 6 minutes into this episode? I feel like I've been talking for, like, at least 20. But no, that's the whole I died thing. Ow. Squirrel brain. Guess we'll do this boss fight without Book of Belial. Yes, that was stupid. I'm impatient. But it worked. I'm not stupid if it worked. Ooh, growth hormones. That's really good. God, I can't believe I lost that last run. It was so good. I'm gonna do it again. I have no self-control. Yes. Work tonight was fine. Took one table. Only got one thing left on my my little sticky note here, and that's involves some future plans. I don't know. That's a little weird way to say it. Basically, if I'm still doing this channel in like a month and a half, which like I hope to be, I really enjoy it in the moment, but some days I wake up and it's just like, oh, I couldn't imagine doing anything, and then it's like, just guess I won't do it, and then it's like a whole, we've already gone into this today, but if I'm still doing this in like a month and a half or so, I have a couple college classes that I'm starting. That will, you know, I mean, the classes themselves, they're pretty like small, they're only a couple hours a week. I do not know, however, how much the homework will be, so that could take up a lot more time. Maybe I'll try to multitask. When I hang out with my friends, I'll do it there, so I still have time to record videos when I'm home. But, you know, that might hurt the quantity of videos. Maybe the quality, I don't know. Maybe I'll get some good college stories. I'll actually just come in and talk about what I learned in class on each episode. Who needs to go to college when you could just learn through YouTube? Secondhand. Oh, you know, classes I'm taking. I'm only taking 2 because I'm kind of a coward as well. I don't know if I've mentioned that. This will be my second semester going to college. I've taken some like running start, but first one I took 3 classes. I took like a writing class, a philosophy class, and a geography class. And I had a trip in like first like month of class, and I came back and I was like, oh, I can't do this. And that was right when like COVID was getting really bad too. And I don't know, I had a lot going on right now, and I like just recently moved too, which I understand these are all excuses. Sorry, I got really distracted just stepping on the bugs. This was right when COVID was bad, and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to drop all of my classes and waste all that money on the textbooks. We don't need to go into that. So I did so. And I'm signing up again this semester with all different classes. Only one of the classes I was taking before were required. But, you know, I'd planned to take 3 classes this semester as well. However, I'm registering online, and for whatever, like, so the writing class needs a prerequisite to take, which I get, but I've taken the prerequisite test before and I've passed it. And even if it is only valid for like a certain amount of time, which I already think is dumb, like I shouldn't get that much stupider in like a year. it won't even let me take it again. So I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do. And instead of doing the responsible thing and just like asking the college, I'm just gonna take 2 classes. But the 2 classes I'm taking are like an art history class, which I do like history. I am not much of an artist in any way, and you know, part of that is the fact that I've never done any art really. But I don't know, I'm definitely naturally very messy. I have like, you know, people complain about my handwriting all the time. I've never really been able to just pick up a pencil and draw, which I know I get that it's a practice thing, but I feel like I'm starting in the negatives. You know, I don't want to, like most people, you know, say your ability is 0, right? You're not specifically super talented or super untalented. I'm like, if like a kind of a child prodigy sort of deal, someone who could pick up art and practice it just a little bit and all of a sudden be amazing. They're like a 10. I feel like I'm like a -4. You know, I'm not like literally, oh, I'm incapable of using a pencil, but I'm like, this is really bad. when I try, and I'll even do like the same thing a few times, it still comes out worse than like most people's first try. Don't feel pity for me, you know, I'm not that worked up about it. Art's never really been a passion of mine either. Probably because I'm bad at it, but you know. So, I'm more there for the history part of the class. And then I'm trying to remember what the other one is. I couldn't remember it last video. I want to say it's another history-based class, but I could check it real quick, but I don't know, that's kind of... Now's not the time or the place. What's the quote from Pokemon? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Professor Oak. Oh, I can't believe I made that. I regretted it immediately. I have not talked about this run one time, I think. Our items are looking pretty good so far, you know. Growth hormones. Dark matter. Yeah, dark matter, ball bandages, all pretty good. Health is not looking quite so good. I'd really like to find a key to get into this item room. Wow, amazing. Honestly, I'm in awe. What an honor. Maybe a key will drop as the reward. That'll make it all worth it. But you know, I've just been vibing for the few weeks that I've been gone. What else have I done? I'm playing a lot of Skyrim. Just trying to get all the achievements. Oh, let me rant. I love Skyrim. I don't even mind most of the bugs, but it's the really bad ones that make me angry. Like, I like the funny ones. I'm like, cool. You know, that's funny. It makes its personality for the game, whatever, yada, yada. However, it's the ones that just make quests impossible that make me mad. And a great example of this is, well, for one, I've been trying to get all the achievements in the DLC. I already have all the achievements for everything else. I've gone over this before. So I already had an issue where I was, originally I had to, like, do all the vampire. I have to get all the skill points in the vampire tree for one of the achievements. And I couldn't do it on my main one because I'd already, like, turned down something too many times and made Serana not a vampire anymore by accident. So it's like, whatever, I'll just get on a new profile and skeet over there really quick. Well, it turns out if you discover Castle Volhakar, sorry if this is kind of niche, I don't know, is Skyrim niche? If you discover Castle Volhakar before you actually get the quest to go there, you get permanently locked out. So I had to reload an old save and go through this whole, like, very difficult dungeon because I was doing it on level 1 again. I should check the shop. Okay, I'm sorry. It's bad. Okay, down to the next floor it is. So, you know, that was really frustrating after I was already, like, mad at myself because I messed up, you know, the initial being able to be a vampire on my main account. And then, I only have, like, 3 achievements left right now. And one of them is from Dawnguard. It's, like, defeat a legendary dragon. And you have to be, like, level 80 to get legendary dragons to spawn, so it's kind of just a waiting game. However, the Hearthfire achievements, I have 2 that I need. One is, like, own 3... I unlocked the catacombs. One is, like, own 3 swaths of land. The other... Oh, that sucks. You know what? 2 things happen here. Either we get a really great guppy item and I get to live, or we die and this episode ends at 30 minutes. You got to do it for the excitement. Come on, cross your fingers, team. Okay, I apologize. On the bright side, I'll still have some commentary left over for Dishonored, which I don't think I'll record tonight. I'm a little tired. It's past midnight. I'm kind of a lightweight. I normally go to bed at like 1. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Sorry about the missing footage. Sorry about the delay in uploads, but hope somebody will enjoy this one day, and I hope it won't be that big of a deal. Have a good day, night, evening, dusk, twilight, whatever other time. But most of all, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.